Alright, let's do this, boy. Hi guys, my name is Mas Bass. I'm a fourth year medical student at the University of Leeds. This is my new YouTube channel and I hope you guys enjoy it. Right now I want to talk about my experiences and stories in first year. I know a lot of you are going into first year right now, so you might find this interesting and hopefully beneficial. Cooking is on another level. When I was trying to go to uni, I did not know how to boil an egg. So I was just dying. Like every day I would go home, I would either starve or eat out. I started to learn how to cook. Eventually now I can do, that master chef kind of food. No, that's not true. I can cook all right now. But before it was mad because when you go to uni, you're going to want food that you're used to. So if you learn how to do 3 or 4 different dishes, it's going to be calm.
This is the baker's chance really to show us their little bit of an artistic flair.
What some people do, yeah, they cook all their food for like 1 week and they freeze it, and whenever they want to eat, they just take it out, defrost it for the next day, and then they eat that, microwave it, whatever it might be. And that saves so much time, especially if you're doing medicine and you don't have time. Don't do what I done. I prepped just one type of meal. For example, I don't know, like a pasta type of meal, and then you eat that throughout the whole week, because after 2 or 3 days you're not gonna want to eat. Oh yeah, let me tell you a story. So basically, in first year I was sick of eating out all the time. This one day I was like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna take time off. I can't believe I thought that I can do this. I went from not knowing how to do eggs or anything, and then I was like, oh yeah, I can just do lasagna from scratch. So I went out, got all the shopping, ended up buying the sauce that had pork in it, and I don't even eat pork like that. Now I'm gonna have to learn how to make the sauce from scratch. It took me 7 hours to do this lasagna. Half of it was burnt, the other half was raw. I was so depressed, man. Ended up eating the burnt half. Yeah, that was a good night. The freezer is the most important part of the kitchen. Make sure to go to your halls early. Get the bottom freezer because that one's got the mad space, like it's got the biggest space. So make sure to get the bottom shelf, because a lot of the food that you're going to get is going to be frozen. For example, I freeze bread, like toast. No, well, bread before it becomes toast. Because so much of my food just goes off, and I get lazy sometimes, so I go eat out and I come back and then all the food is off. This one time I started freezing potatoes. It was just like an experiment. It kind of worked, if you put it in the microwave when it's frozen, it just like it goes back to normal. Who would have thought?
I love refrigerators.
The kitchen gets so dirty. Like this one time, yeah, there was like a bag of strawberries and it was going off. And when it goes like all mushy and like mold starts forming and stuff like that. And I physically couldn't eat in the kitchen anymore because the whole area was just a mess. But one of my flatmates, like, he was just eating like it's normal. Do you get me? He made me feel like it was a romantic atmosphere or something. I was like, yo, man, what are you doing? Yeah, man, it's disgusting. So you want to make sure that there's a cleaning rotor, and we didn't have a cleaning rotor. It's going to be more about like memorizing and trying to fit all the work that you have to do with the time that you've got. And that's going to be the hardest thing, knowing that 1 or 2 hours a day are set aside for work, and it's always at a specific time. For example, 3 p.m. until 5, you're going to be doing just lectures. What I did in first year, so I used to go to the library and I used to watch Netflix. And anyone who wanted to procrastinate or socialize, they would come to me in their break and they would just talk. And then they would go, I would continue watching Netflix, and then someone else will come. And that was literally my whole day. Like a week before any deadline or anything like that, I'd be panicking and having to do all these things and messaging people, yo, bro, can you send me this? So at school, you take, notes on paper, etc., blah, blah, blah. You're writing what the teacher says, whatever it is. You're going to have such a big stack of paper. People keep losing their stacks. Like, you'll get the messages of, oh, has anyone seen my folder? I've lost it. Bro, I used to get so much anxiety just thinking that I might lose my paper. So I started writing notes on my laptop, and at first I couldn't write what the lecturer says. I figured out if you just watch lecture capture, which is the recording of the lecture, you can pause it whenever you want, you can write the notes, take a break, come back to it. So don't feel panicked in the lecture. Just listen, pay attention, and then at home you can write the notes if you've got that kind of recording system. In Freshers Week, there'll be tester sessions. Usually they'll be free. So make sure that you know where they're happening and when they're happening. Try out everything. I remember I tried to go to every single society, so I was just spending all my time going to all these taster sessions and meeting all these groups. So like for me, that's how I got into basketball. Yeah! So yeah guys, that's the video done. I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe if you did. Oh, what's going on here? Next week I'm going to have a video on how to get free food, accommodation and entertainment at uni. So make sure to tune in, and thank you for watching.